the sky, there's no room for error. Yet history has shown us just how quickly a routine flight can turn into a nightmare. From mechanical failures to human mistakes, these are the 10 air disasters that shook the world, changed aviation forever, and left lessons written in tragedy. Number 10. Emory Worldwide, Flight 17, February 16, 2000. Mather Airport, Sacramento, California. A quiet winter evening, the crew of a Douglas DC-8 cargo jet is preparing for a short flight to Dayton, Ohio. On board, only 3 people, all experienced. But in the belly of the plane, heavy cargo is not secured correctly. At 7:42 p.m., the engines roar and the DC-8 begins its takeoff roll. Almost immediately after, liftoff, the nose pitches up steeply, far steeper than normal. The pilots fight to push it back down, but the load shift has shifted the aircraft's center of gravity dangerously far back. The plane banks sharply left, stalls, and within seconds, slams into a salvage yard just a mile from the runway. A fireball lights the night sky. Number 9. Air France Flight 4590, Charles de Gaulle Airport, Paris. The Concorde, the world's only supersonic passenger airliner, is a symbol of speed and prestige. Celebrities, CEOs, and dignitaries often fill its seats. On this day, a flight to New York is scheduled, but destiny has other plans. As Flight 4590 accelerates down the runway, a small metal strip fallen from a Continental Airlines DC-10. High-speed debris punctures the fuel tank, igniting a massive fire under the left wing. The Concorde loses control and crashes into a hotel in Guinness, killing all 9 on board and 4 on the ground. The investigation leads to modifications in Concorde's fuel tanks and tires, but the magic is gone. Public confidence never recovers. Just 3 years later, the Concorde makes its final flight, ending the dream of supersonic passenger travel. Number 8. Nation Air, Flight 21220, July 11, 1991, King Abdulaziz International Airport, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. A hot summer morning in the desert. Nation Air, a Canadian charter company, but just 2.5 minutes after takeoff, the burning aircraft crashes into the desert. No one survives. It becomes the deadliest accident involving a DC-8. Investigators conclude that poor maintenance and ignored safety protocols were to blame. The tragedy prompts stricter regulations for tire pressure checks and wheel assembly inspections worldwide. Number 7. U.S. Airways Flight 15049, January 15, 2009. LaGuardia Airport, New York. A crisp winter day, the Airbus A320 is scheduled for a routine hop to Charlotte, North Carolina. At the controls, Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger, a former Air Force fighter pilot. Just 2 minutes after takeoff, over the Bronx, a flock of Canada geese slams into both engines. Instantly, the roar of jet engines turns to silence. No thrust, no climb. Sully radios, "We're turning back towards LaGuardia." But quickly, he realizes they won't make it. With calm precision, he lines up for an unprecedented landing. Not on a runway, but in the Hudson River. The A320 glides in, belly first, sending up a wall of water. All 155 on board survive, rescued by nearby ferries in freezing conditions. Number 6. Points Asiana Airlines Flight 204, July 6, 2013, San Francisco International Airport. A Boeing 777 from Seoul is making its final approach. The runway is in sight, but something is wrong. The 777 is too low, and its speed is far below safe landing threshold. Warnings sound in the cockpit. At the last moment, the pilots attempt a go-around, but it's too late. The aircraft's tail slams into the seawall, tearing off and sending the plane skidding across the runway, before coming to rest in flames. 3 passengers are killed, 180 injured. The NTSB finds that pilot mismanagement of approach speed and over-reliance on automated systems were key factors. Training worldwide is updated to emphasize manual flying skills even in advanced jets. Number 5. Turkish Airlines Flight 981, March 30, 1974, Orly Airport, Paris. A McDonnell Douglas DC-10 departs for London. On board 346 passengers and crew. Just minutes after takeoff, a rear cargo door blows open due to a faulty latch design. The sudden decompression rips a section of the cabin floor away, severing critical control cables. The pilots lose control almost instantly. The DC-10 dives into the Ermenonville forest at 4:30 Malpera. There are no survivors. It is the deadliest single-plane crash at the time. Investigators discover that the cargo door flaw had been reported before, but not fully addressed. This leads to a global redesign of DC-10 cargo doors and stricter certification processes for all aircraft. Number 4. Charki Dadri, mid-air collision, November 12, 1996. Hazy skies over Haryana, India. A Saudi Arabian Airlines Boeing 747 is climbing out of Delhi, while a Kazakhstan Airlines Ilyushin Il-76 is descending. In the haze, without modern collision avoidance systems, the two aircraft approach head-on at a combined speed of over 800 mph. Miscommunication between air traffic control and the Kazakhstan crew, compounded by limited English proficiency, prevents last-minute corrections. The planes collide, disintegrating instantly. All 49 on board both planes are killed. The disaster leads to mandatory installation of TCAS worldwide and stricter language proficiency requirements for pilots and controllers. Number 3. American Airlines Flight 587, November 12, 2001. JFK Airport, New York. The city is still in shock from 9/11. Just 2 months earlier, an Airbus A300 bound for the Dominican Republic begins its climb into the sky. Moments after takeoff, the aircraft encounters wake turbulence from a preceding 747. The first officer responds with aggressive rudder inputs far beyond the aircraft's limits. The vertical stabilizer snaps off entirely, sending the jet spiraling into the Bell Harbor neighborhood below. 265 lives are lost. Investigators conclude that the airline's training methods encouraged excessive rudder use. Industry-wide, pilot training is restructured to prevent overcontrol in turbulence. Number 2. Japan Airlines Flight 123, August 12, 1985. Tokyo's Haneda Airport. A Boeing 747SR, the short-range version designed for domestic routes, departs for Osaka, 524 souls on board. Just 12 minutes into the flight, a loud boom, the rear pressure bulkhead fails, the tail-mounted hydraulic systems are destroyed. The crew loses almost all control surfaces. For 32 agonizing minutes, the plane drifts and dives, passengers writing final notes to loved ones. Finally, it crashes into Mount Takamagahara, killing 520. Only 4 survive. The cause is traced to a faulty repair from a 1978 tail strike. The accident changes maintenance inspection standards worldwide and remains the deadliest single aircraft disaster in history. Number 1. September 11, 2001. On a crystal clear Tuesday morning in the United States, routine flights become the deadliest terrorist act in aviation history. 4 hijacked planes are used as weapons, 2 striking the Twin Towers of New York's World Trade Center, 1 hitting the Pentagon, and 1 crashing in a Pennsylvania field after passengers fight back. Nearly 3,000 lives are lost. Air travel changes overnight, reinforced cockpit doors, new security screening, federal air marshals, and the creation of the TSA. 9/11 becomes the most transformative moment in aviation safety and security policy. Each of these disasters carries a heavy toll, lives lost, families broken, nations shaken, but they also brought change. Every regulation, every safety feature, every extra minute a pilot spends in training is written in the memory of those who never made it home. In the skies, nothing is ever taken for granted.